Okay, in this video I'll show you how easy it is to create your own activity using Triptico. So because I'm going to be creating today, I need to sign in to the app. Free users can sign in and access the resources, but only subscribers can actually start creating resources of their own. So you can see from the main menu I have this create button. So I click and I get three simple options. How many columns I'd like my list to have, one column or two column. In this case we'll just have the one column. How many rows I want to begin with, so I could start with any number of rows. I can change this as well as I go, so I can add new rows or delete rows, but we'll start with 12 for this because I'm going to make a simple numeracy activity, and then whether I want to make a simple list or a true-false list, and at the moment we'll just focus on this simple list. So I click create, and we get this little template. So I've got my 12 items ready for me to edit. And so we'll make a numeracy activity, so we'll make a 7 times table activity. It's very simple. So that's my title for my activity. I can then click on the first row and we'll put 1 times 7 equals, and then a question mark. The next one, 2 times 7 equals, and then a question mark. And our third one, 3 times 7 equals, and a question mark. So when I go back to check my list, you can see I've now got 3 items in this list. Now rather than go through each one right up till 12, what I can also do, because before recording this video I just copied the 7 times table, so I can click to import the data and then just paste the remaining items, click done, and they're in my activity now. I could also, as I'm on a desktop, I could have just right clicked and just selected to paste into column 1 there without going through the menu. But anyway, okay, so we can preview that, see how it would look perhaps as a cardboard activity. So which side would I like to see first? So we'll just have random cards. So a student could turn over and answer 4 times 7, 11 times 7, etc. So that looks quite good. So now what we need to do is to save it. So I'll call it 7 times table. Give it a tag. So I could put numeracy, mathematics, just to help me to find it in the future. And then click save. So there we go, so that activity is now being created. So I can go back to the main menu. I've saved it, so there's no problem there. And now when I click to look in my activity database, I'll have this new activity, 7 times table. You can see, I think I mentioned in a previous video, it's just got one column, so we'll just have the one colour bar across the bottom. I can click, I could edit it, I can set it as a favourite if I want to, if it's something I want to be able to find quickly in the future. We've also got the little Triptico there, 216. So from the main menu, I can just quickly type in here 216 to find it again, just there without going through the database and searching. That could be helpful as well if I want my students to revise their 7 times table. I just give them that code and say open Triptico, type in 216, and then they can launch the activity. They might decide to launch it with word magnets, and so they could have all the different sums scattered around the screen. They could open it with the spring selector. So again, this would just randomly give them a sum, 11 times 7, etc. Okay, so that's how you would create a very simple list with one column. This activity would actually be quite nice with 2 columns if we could add the answers as well. And so in the next video I'll show you how you would create this activity with 2 columns, so we can have the sum and the answer, and it'll give us much more flexibility in terms of the resources we can open it with. Okay, so that's for the next video. Bye bye.